you know, with them ranked 12th in the world right now, right, you know, just verging on a top 10 side, they should be a shoo-in for a lot of lands coming up in towards 2025. They should be a team that a lot of people look towards. And they do even have a fairly decent amount of decent events, may I say, coming up as well. Obviously, they've got IM Rio, not too long, Challenger Katowice on land as well, America's RMR. They've also got the CBCS Masters Finals, which is like a local finals for them. It is just like a 14 finals. It's paiN, Imperial, Red Cannons, and Bestie. I mean, they're the kind of big teams we look at. So we should, you know, see them have, for the most part, no issues here. Kawes for the trade. Oh, and on the corner of that wall as well. Thank you, Z. Nice shot.
Oh, another one to back it up. So here we are. Pistol starting off very, very well, ending very well. Also, it is NQZ to keep him coming. Big 3K in for him. I think we have a lot of conversation there around paiN, which is completely fair just based on how they played and then very exciting prospect for them domestically. But also on the other side of things, I think Hype have got to look at themselves, and they will need, from this series and from future series, they're getting towards the end of their season, in fact, where teams like paiN still have a fair amount of time to go. Hype have got 6 more maps after this one to play. So they have to start to think about taking the odd victory here or there to just stave off, yes, the relegation tournament, but also the insta-relegation that is very, very possible with teams like, you know, players and Dusty Roots underneath them still having a few left to play. So it could get very, very dangerous if they can't compete in this series in particular, but certainly further down the line. Speaking of not competing, nothing coming in this round. Wouldn't have expected as much. History will be left very low. Finished off. Only the one found, so really clean round for paiN and another great start from them.
Yeah, nice work. Simple, effective. Make sure that they start off well, as they did in towards, of course, that previous map. Get out the gates nice and early. For Hype, they didn't force by second round, so they're going to come in towards the third with, you know, a nice buy here. We've got the AKs out across the board, good amount of util as well. This is where we need to see this team side start well. Is it going to happen? I don't know. This is a side that didn't really give us a lot to go off in toward first instance, so it does very much feel like quite a big ask. That is for sure, but a pop in towards B is good. Lux, got to step up big here. Good for the first. Looking for a second. Got the smoke. Try and give him space to work with. The spam for the smoke. Not good enough.
No, not quite. Nade goes down.
Oh.
It will find a kill. Does a lot of damage to the overall round here, but bomb plant coming in for a short while there. I think it will certainly confuse paiN, may even make them think twice about moving in. The nades are a little late to the party, unfortunately. With no other kill here, I think it is indeed going to be a save. So if Kawes had been in position, I think they may well have been back on, right? The nade plus the molly probably results in a kill, actually. Well placed, well timed. Unfortunately, not how it pans out here, so it will be the saving maneuver for paiN very, very early on. So here we are. Hyped have got their claws in. Still control to be wrestled for.
Yeah, at the very least, first gone round, settle the nerves maybe a little bit, but also just get a fairly decent one taken in your favor, and potentially now we can see maybe something from this T side. I really feel like we're clutching at straws a little bit because, like we said, there was not a lot offered up in that initial match on that nuke, which gave us sort of any sort of interest. I mean, that T side was pretty woeful, right? But if we can get maybe in these opening kind of 10 rounds, and we can get like 3 or 4 from Hype on this T side of Vertigo, just to give something, to work with. And maybe we might have something to go off. Early stairs control towards B taken. But he's going to come over as well. But they've got a pretty advanced control. They beat the Molotov out, so that's decent. Now they can start to try and work their way up. And actually, Leo Drunky on this contact play might get a bit of a forward angle, but it's going to be so for the first.
See whether they can hold on for a little bit more here. Nice find from Leo Drunky, though. We are potentially back in with that lurking presence. Is successful. Traded here. Could be the round, and Rainy will find the double headshot. And again, another safe situation to come through for paiN, one would imagine.
Okay. Lux, NQZ feels like slightly internally they might just semi-call this here. Unless they get very fortunate, they stumble into them. I think for the most part, they're just going to say, yeah, this one's a done one here. They're not really in the position. There is a little bit of a flank here being had by Lux, where he's actually getting in behind. But, yeah, Hype should get a second here. Be very surprised if they let this one slip. And then on the other side as well, this now means that paiN's economy, bit of a tough spot. It's not good there for NQZ. Can go to an M4, so I'll take that at the very least. But, yeah, good couple of rounds. And now, potentially, we can start to talk in a positive light about Hype for the first time in this, you know, entire sort of couple of matches.
Yeah, very true. Very, very true. And again, it happens early, so I think paiN will sort of have the respect thrust upon them. This is one of the things where maybe if they had a nice cushion of 6 or 7 rounds, take a nice timeout, you go, okay, whatever, 2 rounds in the grand scheme, we're not going to matter all that much. Lucky for Lux on the save there, but with it being so early, there is potential that Hype start running away with it before paiN are able to figure them out. So I'd give them the respect here, man. You got a lot to protect, okay? Their place in playoffs is pretty much secure, unless, you know, something absolutely insane happens in the next, you know, couple of weeks. You got to protect the flawless season, though, dog. You know? So I think they really do have to put their foot down on this one. No timeout yet, but it might just get to that stage.
1 AK. Bit of hope and a prayer. They are going for that kind of triple boost. And hoping a bit of information is given over towards them. Both via mid and via stairs in a way. But this is asking a lot. 1 Deagle. 1 AK. I think Hype would really need to let things seriously slip here if this one was going to kind of drop away. So, there should be a third taken for them, which is good. It's a stable starting towards Vertigo. It feels at least like there's some foundations to go off, which we didn't really get to see all that much in towards that kind of first match, as we said. So, it's nice. It's refreshing because the issue with that first match, it was just constant. Time and time again, it was just paiN run in, mop up the kills of ease, see off the round, and don't really break too much of a sweat. Now we've actually got to see, for example, Big Azera call. We've actually got to see this side adapt to what is Hype looking a lot better.
Slow build up here from Hype. They don't look comfortable in this position of control, do they? Not quite sure. Oh, how to play on the round.
Hang on.
What's going on here? Oh, he's missed them, though. He's missed them. He's going to get the information eventually, but it's all late. It's all just so old, and they've been working so hard at this boost in towards the window just for it to be shut down from behind. NQZ is likely to retain his AK. But I don't think the round is going to come anywhere near. Couple taken. Das AK's retrieved. I think paiN will take that. That is money made and money saved, really.
Yeah, fall away. Just keep on them. You take that, yeah. Every day of the week, it's better than nothing. That's without saying. So, sure. Well, I'm liking, though, what I'm seeing from Hype. Good little adjustment there. Top ramp control taken. It's a little eerie. They had obviously a bit of their stairs presence sort of left over, and then they realize, actually, lads, there's no one towards B. Fall back. Let's hit B site. We've got already the advanced positions. We should be fine here. So, yeah, good little reactions coming through from the Hype side, and yeah, they'll be taking a lead. So this is good, but I think for paiN, that was all about a recovery game, and recovery is exactly what they get. So 3-2, Hype for the first time in this series are taking a lead. Better. This is all we want to see. Potentially, though, any more might actually start to open up for us at the very least. A couple of questions about what's going on with paiN. This is meant to be a solid map for them.
Yeah, I don't rightly know. I think, again, the whole fresh slate argument and a bit of a change up in the energy. Obviously, we saw a really just cold kind of performance from Hype. Couple of individual moments, and yeah, you could maybe count 5 nice rounds in total. So that happening twice is a lot to bank on for paiN, I suppose. Aggressive start here from the CT side. Oh yeah, he dodges straight down from Lux. Maybe should have been a kill. That nade as well was a bit dangerous. Could have bounced off a corner of a wall and taken him with it. All the same. 4v3, but it is those HP bars that we look at here. Really, really, really loose 3-man attack now from Hype.
Yeah. Here's one of those where just one correctly placed nade would have been the difference. Or the AWP, and it's Lux who wins that one out. Second Televarsky, watch it flick like not quick enough. Beast was trained on the default angle and hits his 3v2. But both Malby and Beast are low, where everybody on paiN full HP. This 99 times out of 100 is unlosable. But I'm not going to completely count the fellas out just yet. Nade over. Will make a difference with the flanks on. Big Zero gets his. Beast time is ticking 6 feet under. Down he goes. That's a much better round. paiN will tie things up considerably better. That's what we want to see. Clean round. Take your fights. Win them out. Keep the map control. Don't let Hype start to scale up. As they've been doing so far, they're scaling the map control really well. That's better. So at least they stopped them sort of at step 1. Alrighty.
Looking to bring a stronger game. I think paiN, they're maybe going to have to step themselves up a little bit. Not quite as natural for them, you know, the nuke, so many reps, so much success. Maybe even against the bigger teams as well. Standing strong for some ramp control here. The utility rains on in. It's the Molotov and the spam that does a lot of damage to Cowards. So a little worse for wear. He's a little worried even about spamming back. It is a dangerous game to be playing. All the same, it's a long range setup for Big Uzera to work with. Lovely smoke there. That's the kind of IGL that a smoke knows on the fly. Brilliant stuff.
Zera doesn't want to commit just because he can kind of creep or definitely hold with the AWP, as he sort of rightfully is aware of. So he's going to weigh his leg. It's betraying him. I'm sure you can see through that. I'm sure History knows there's one there. Yes, he does. But I think for History, he wasn't 100% sure. Is that a person or is that like a pole, for example? Just because of the dark color. So he doesn't commit to the pop shot and actually cost his teammates life.
Yeah, that's difficult. Lux. Getting aggressive here. Oh, is it necessarily needed? Maybe opens the door back into the round for the T side. It's a slow rotation here. They've got to recover the bomb, of course. They might even, actually, I think, looking at it, be conceded.
Yes.
To be honest, I thought they were maybe grouping up and, you know, trying to come up with something together on a bit of a flank or a catch-off angle based on what Beast has found on B, but it's not going to be the case. So, never nice to save on the T side of things. They will concede their lead. paiN have got themselves back in here, but there's still room, of course, for Hype to stay hot on their heels.
All right. Good to see paiN, though. After a little bit of a rocky start, back to feeling okay, you know? In a position now where they've got a lead. Economies, they should realize paiN that economy is quite fragile over towards Hype. Weird as it is, I might actually even see a full buy come through here from Hype, just because generally you don't want to leave a buy of an AWP and an AK, with both of them being on double eco, sort of hung out dry here. So my assumption is they're going to actually try and buy around this. Beast and History, they're in double eco territory. So they're probably just going to assume that they're going to be joined, even if it is the likes of kind of Tech 9's armor, bit of util. I think it's probably the way it's got to be. I don't think you get too much of a decision here. So, yeah. Buy's coming through, it seems, as Rainey's gone in for a near full investment. I would assume going to pick up a bit of util as well, because if they want to make this round any sort of possible, they do need at least a couple of smokes. They have one. So, yeah, one smoke, one chance at Lexi. One smoke, one molly, one flash.
does feel a little flat, but I would say they've clearly got an idea here, so that at the very least warms them up nicely. Winding that clock down before they really get going with this, and very little in terms of telegraphing where they're going to go. At the moment, just hanging out towards middle, trying to see how far they can contact, I suppose. And it looks like the idea here would be, yeah, to boost this AWP up, potentially. Checking all the angles. Really methodical here.
It's a little bit of an off angle from Lux as well. He should be good for at least one, generally speaking. And then you got this double pump over towards stairs as well, which is very, very strong. Flash over. Lux not on the angle anymore. Drop Molotov though, just in case he's trying to scale up in towards that B wrap. So for now, they're not under too much pressure from it. And Snow gets his boosted angle on Wood. He gets away with his life attack somehow as well. Same can't be said for Lux and Kawes. Beast for a double.
Absolutely massive. 30 seconds left. He will remain a nuisance. Snow, though, is pushed through the smoke, and he gets away with a huge kill. His flank is fast also, so could be absolutely devastating here, but they are really far away from the bomb site. Big Uzera, double spray down in from behind. He slipped the net, and he will eliminate them all. So well read, so well played from the IGL, and paiN saved that round. Not necessarily from the brink, but certainly making it look dominant in the end.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done from Big Azera. Really realized sort of the timing play that he had there. Lines up two. Very crisp in that, and then just immediately doubles back over towards ramp. He's like, if there's only two there, we know there's not one over towards CT. The only place he can be is basically ramp, or on a timing play, sort of himself sort of scaling up in towards short and trying to wrap in through kind of alley in that way. So yeah, well played, Big Azera. Very, very good understanding of the situation that he was in. His timing was exquisite. So was his aim. And paiN back to a 2-round buffer. Nice little lead they hold. Very good little position. Under no means any sort of pressure that they're feeling at the moment. So super solid stuff. Snow holding for the jump boost. I don't think Hype have the confidence to go for something like that at the moment. Not with sort of the lead that they've lost at the moment. I don't think they're going to be going for anything of that sort of sort. Smoke down, Molly behind it as well. Hot flash towards B though, and Lux actually going to be forced back.
Yeah, this could be dangerous. Lux is now being pushed from all sides. He will go down. Snow's fallen in this chaos as well. Site taken, bomb planted, weapons recovered. These are all really good things for Hyper. Bad things for paiN. Big Uzera trying to spam away.
Quite util.
Find the kill. Yeah, this is something doable. One kill and a bit of a step back after these smokes go down could indeed turn the tide. There's not a lot of time remaining, however. They just don't feel comfortable. Yeah, they rein in a bit of utility. It doesn't create any opportunities, so they will save.
History might go for a little bit of a hunt, though. He's only got a Tech 9, so, you know, Tech 9 no armor. Not really got anything to lose, if we're being completely honest. If he can get an upgrade, that wouldn't be bad, and he might just be able to get a fight here if he goes quickly. They can hear him, though. Ooh, it's a little scrappy. Big Azera will get there in the end. And the Tech 9 picked up, I guess, is a small little silver lining. Does look like, unfortunately, though, Tech pause is what we're going to be met with straight off the back of what was a really good round out from Hype. Not that much of an investment, generally speaking, but they make it work. Pop in towards B, overwhelm, good couple of flashes that just give them, you know, a serious amount of control. And yeah, boom. That's where they get that fourth, and they chip it away to just the 1-round deficit. And now they're going to have a bit of, well, quite a lot of money to work with as well. So good spot indeed, where they could put a lot of pressure on towards paiN. They will squeeze out a buy. Well, I say squeeze out a buy. They've got the money to work with for a buy. They'll have a fine, more than comfortable buy, but it's about they lose it. They lose it. Not only do they lose the lead, game gets tied up, but the lead should be taken by Hype, generally speaking. That should be them getting their way to a 6th.
Yeah, you would assume so. It's potentially a dangerous world here. So I like it. I like that Hyper bringing the game, and indeed, as we said, This is something that we wanted to see from them, some competition. They've got to learn from these games and, yeah, maybe even contest it as well. It's getting to the do or die time for this team if they want to stay in ECL, right? I think that it could get very, very worrisome if they can't really put up a contest against a team like this. Maybe not expecting them to win, but it's ultimately one you really want them to, take a lot from and bring it into their future games. So hopefully this continues for them. Hopefully it will indeed remain. I think this, from what I can see as well, is their first season in ECL, so it would be nice to not just get moved up and then moved back down.
The old
That's
yo-yo
never good.
treatment, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, well, we are in a tech pause. We do hear a little bit of typing, which generally is a good sign, I think, right? Having the typing generally means that we're kind of fixing things up, especially now that everyone's investing too. That generally, for me, feels like we're ready to get going, or at least in a second we should be. And we are. Yeah. There we go. Boom. Nice and easy. So, back underway. Now we can start to see, again, hype. This is a prime opportunity. They want to at least tie the game up heading in towards the next half. This is a good opportunity to do so. Win this round. The next paiN's money will be in a little bit of an awkward spot, but maybe enough to buy out. I mean, they could go one or two ways. Either buy next round or buy last round if they were to lose, depending on kind of the Euro IGL. But generally with South American Counter-Strike, we normally expect the buy to be pretty instant. I think Big Azera meant to drop there, but it nearly cost him his life.
Oh. Okay, that's a little difficult. I think potentially, server side, different server that they're playing on, of course, with the smokes, as was always the conversation in Go. But that felt like he really could have seen him. It was definitely seen the other way. Really trained in on his crosshair, and it allows a 4v4 to come in a bit easier than maybe paiN Gaming were banking on.
Get out of there. Smart play from Big Azera. Just wait for the support. It's 4 versus 4. You don't want to be giving away numbers advantage for no reason. They're spamming. Actually already up, though. So Big Azera does need to be a little bit careful. I don't think you realize how close they actually are. Now he will. So Utah starts to come through. Gowers. Nate breaks over. Pop flash behind it. He knows there's somebody in towards short. He's desperately trying to stay alive here. As Leo goes for 2. And a team kills for some reason by Malby.
Yeah, a little late on the reactions there, and a needless frag. Thankfully, there was a flank coming round the side, so it is just Snow. He knows what's up. Yeah, use it to his advantage. Was going to try and slip in. Vinabeast not respecting him enough. Smoke goes down. Where is this last player? He's got no clue at all. Morby, though, looks away. Oh, and he's crossed. You've got to be joking. He's on the bomb. No. Spam's coming in. It's nowhere close. It's nowhere close. Morby, my guy. What has happened? Oh, my God. How? How has that happened? Why did he look short? Why is he not spamming up fully? This is crazy from Morby. But what an attempt, to be fair. You've got to hand it to Snow.
The best way to describe that round coming through from Morby is that it's an absolute stinker, a howler of a round there, because kills his teammate sort of for no reason. I mean, obviously, we can have like the X-ray and the mini-map, but like there was no one there. He kind of just absolutely beams his own teammate, and then the defuse malarkey that happens at the end, yeah, real stinker. Thankfully, he makes up for it, start things off with the first, but he needs a lot more to kind of earn back the respect of us, because that was a howler.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to say that it's crazy. It is crazy. He's just smoked the bomb. Why is he going to be going the other way? Who's doing that?
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. Whatever. Move on. I can do that. Can Hype do that? They have opened up into this round, and well, coincidentally enough, it would be Morby to do it. So we'll see. Potentially redeeming himself here, able to take this 5v4.
Yeah, exactly. This round can be seen over in their favor. And he, especially if he has a little bit more impact off the back of the start he's had, then potentially then we can sort of say all's fair. We're even in that went. Pot flash looks like it's been set up here for Big Azera. Big hit. Up the corner. Spots one. But Vinabee's playing anti. That's really well played. Good pause there, actually.
Oh, hey, they have opened up into this bomb site pretty speedily. It was for a moment hanging on the knife edge, but not going to be the case in the end. And Kawes, you're not going to be able to save here, sir. He might be acutely aware of this, so yeah, knows it's numbered days for him. May as well take a few down with me if he can even get that close on only 3 HP. Is an easy finish. Hype keeping this close, man. Keeping it very, very close indeed. I think it's difficult to know which way this map leans at the moment. It does feel like the game is slowly but surely leaning a bit more to the T side. Yeah, apart from, you know, the very, very, very top level. But I think the games that we usually work on, the T side feels really strong at the moment. But either way, keeping things even from Hype is really quite impressive after what happened on that first map.
Okay. Well, Hype. Let's see if we can tie this game up. This will be quite a miraculous recovery off the back of what was a not so adequate showing, is the nice way of putting it, in that first. And already ready for that first. Kawes going to get caught 5-7 up close, though, in the right hands. A very scary gun, and Big Azera. I'll get an AK as a bit of a present. AK or a couple of 5-7s. That's still a pretty scary investment here.
It could be. Gap's closing.
Oh.
He will get taken down. It's the flying 5-7 of Lux. Only one. Oh, that's a nice find. Not often you see a wallbang through those girders. Beast will, I think, shut the round out. Yeah, and Leo Drunky cleans it up. So there was a little bit of a moment in there. Not going to happen. 6-6 at the turn of the half, though. Much improved from Hype. We'll catch you after the break. Welcome back. An even showing from Hype in particular. But you could also look at it from the paiN Gaming side of things, that this was supposed to be another clean map, and felt like if we were in a BO3, they may have picked this as a punish on towards the Hype side. But Hype are indeed delivering. We'll see whether things change as the half swaps over. The pistols start off well for the CT side. That's a big kill. That's another big kill. It's all on NQZ in the 1v4. 3 more to get through here. He does have the bomb. That's about all he's got going for him. The sense of timing, the sense of the flank is indeed there, but he just wasn't checking. Easy find for history in the end. 7 now for Hype, but with that pistol, with no bomb plant, this is a fantastic position to be in.
Yeah. Hype just looked like a different side. I mean, I really didn't think this was going to be a case. I thought it was going to be very, very easy to say that we were just going to come in towards this and paiN. We're going to run all over them. The numbers look that way, but, you know, we kind of even said you can't always look at the numbers, I think, especially in cases like this. But, all right, where we're at, Hype, I'm impressed. Looking very solid indeed. CT side, getting active. Smoke going to come over, up closer. Molotov too, so that just gives them ramp control in the most basic of fashions. If they don't fight ramp early, that is basically the perfect way to take ramp control. Molly close, smoke deep on towards the bridge, and rainI even has a little gap as well, which drops the bomb to make it even better. And also on the spam, they shoot each other, so that damage was done by yourself. So even more of a win without even doing anything.
Yeah, you played yourself here, paiN. Should be all good. Flash comes in, no one there. Been a beast. Ooh, will be bested. Should be the round over, but they will take any kind of damage there. All the same, by coming in now, this is where we look to paiN. Is Hype going to be able to take over this game, take over the second half in the very early stages, sort of similar to the way that they did in the first half, actually. So it would be really quite surprising to see them fly from here. paiN have got a good chance, though it's a decent buy to work with.
It's true. AKs, util, everything you want to see. Very workable. Questions though, can we make it work? Molotov going to come down, but the beast doesn't want to immediately stick up close as he was flashed off the angle. So this might give a bit of control to work with his snow. Himself might try and work stairs around this smoke. Locks for the first. Full blind through a smoke. Cowhead is going to get a headshot as well. Oh, but he's going huge in towards mid.
Theo, nice hold from him. We need a few more of those. Molotov comes in. rainI's also found a kill. Maybe if Leo could have got in there before the bomb made it in, but they do a really solid job of keeping him at bay. Molotovs, smokes. Should be a safe here, to be honest, from Hype. I don't think there's going to be any chance at a frag. And indeed, that will be the case. So paiN, off the back of some individual performance from Cowes. So it's not the most reliable kind of game plan, but they will indeed get their 7th.
Yeah, we'll take it. rainI, he's got an AK though, and you know, with the M4 as well. Money to work. If History's got 3.4k, rainI and Leo can both drop over. No issues. So we're going to be getting a buyout here for Hype. So while you sort of reluctantly have to give this one up, it's not actually the worst situation you're in. Still got a lead. Still got an investment to come through in towards the next. I think you're still sitting generally pretty happy. Start making sure that this, again, goes in your favor. If you lose this, that's when the script flips quite a bit. And we talk about the T side of paiN looking really good in that sense. Because we're going to look at what is going to be money broken over towards Hype. No momentum for them. And then paiN locking in that lead of like a 9 to 8. And at that point, because of how strong the T side can be, they can really work getting to a point. Basically just one by one and all the way down. Cowboys for the first. He worked it really well last round. He's going to do it again as well. Another double from him to kickstart this round, and so quickly as well.
Yeah, this is a hell of a wake-up. Also, he was at the bottom of the scoreboard prior to this round and last round, sort of combining. So that's quite something from Cowers, a keen turnaround onto the T side of things. Maybe just needed to direct the fights. Really working for him here again. Another assumedly unlosable position for paiN. And it does indeed look like they should be able to work their way in here. So no one really around on A for hype. Semi-save position from the defenders. And I think they will indeed be saving.
Yeah, it's unfortunately it's super early, but I just think you have to do it in this spot. History, especially with this AWP here as well. Looks, if he gets a swing hit, oh, beautiful. I think just tunnel vision in the wrong way. The nade, oh, he tried to blow it away, but he doesn't do it. Malvi just gets in there to grab it, but they're hunting. And the hunt is looking pretty successful. Rainy is barely alive. And he isn't alive. Snow will catch him, flying through the smoke. Easy work, nothing saved, nothing gained, either only the one casualty will mean that paiN tight this game up, break the economy over towards hype, and that'll mean that we now look at paiN most likely without a doubt taking a lead here and getting now very close to the finish line. This is a tough predicament. While hype, I think, actually have looked, obviously considerably better than they did in towards Nuke, they're actually still momentum-wise on the back foot now.
It is true. It is very, very true. paiN, if they can keep this one nice and flawless, puts them in a very good spot. Nades, as well as the Molotov, of course, to keep them at bay. But it is big information gain. That is the main thing that they were after. You can see Snow's gotten out on B. There's a contingent headed towards A as well. So this begins to paint quite a nice picture, quite a clear picture for paiN as well. I think they'll be very, very ready for these CTs. Bit of a watch on the ladder. Sort of the only area that they don't have any information of, but sooner rather than later, they will grab said info. Snow just needs to be vigilant with checking his angles in the next few moments. The round is going to be won, though, with this bomb plant.
All right. Snow, just be careful not to let AKs go into the wrong hands. Also, good opportunity to get some stats. Biggest error, there's one of them. There's a mini Astrala stack here, but because of this flank, even if Biggest error falls, that's where when they hunt for the AK, that's where the greed actually lets them down, and Snow will mop them up. Was 9-9, now 13-9. Lovely stuff for a 4K for him, and that was just all because, in a way, Biggest error dies for the quote-unquote greater good there. They get greedy, they want that AK, which, fair enough, that's sort of the reason why they're going for a boost like that. But as they break formation, as you see, if any of you have ever, studied, the Crusades, never break through formation ever, that's where the weaknesses come through, and he just picks them off one by one.
So, a do-or-die kind of round for hype, then. If everyone goes down in this one, it's going to be another low-buy situation, and that would be paiN on the brink of the victory. Ooh, nice nade. Good way to kick things off for the T side of paiN. Albie returns one, and it's not as nice.
Oh, that one missed.
Yep, kinda missed. It's all good. Doesn't have too much of a negative effect. It's Rainy that opens up for us here, and it is Lux that is a bit too cheeky.
History doubling back. He's but trained, he's got Rainy holding short from this. He doesn't really need to hold short, in all fairness. Rainy is there. Going away, though, and NQZ will get one. Tech 9 up close. There's two. Now we're talking. Oh, no scope, not going to commit. Not going to connect, may I say, as he does commit to that fight, but it doesn't work from him. Vinabe's going to try and make this now work. Pop shot, not successful. So it's back to the rifle. The spam is not bad. As Snow takes a little bit more of a tag, but 2 versus 2, we're on.
Looking good. Biggest error, edge of the smoke, ready for this peak, and he will indeed be able to find it. Really big kill. Rainy does get that, but he's left low. A quick dink would do it, but he is indeed going to have to move fast. Walks up here. Biggest error not giving him the fight. Full respect, and Rainy, he does not take any chance in this round. No risk at all. He does not believe in the power of the 1v1. He's going to grab that AWP and get out. So it will be double digits here for paiN. Hype, I mean, there'll be something in the next round, but it's not going to be pretty. So paiN are in a really, really powerful position.
Yeah, they are. I do like the kind of respect play at the end there as well for Rainy. You know, with that AWP, I think he just realizes there's no way I'm going to win this. How low I am, and we've actually basically so many angles to clear, so little time, and then on the other side too, with the thing of them saying, right, we're actually financially in a really tough spot. Just having an AWP and a little bit of a half-fire behind it is better than nothing. But this AWP is really going to go huge. I mean, history's not exactly a great series, and a bit of a slow map as well, and not that NQC's come flying, but at least he's sort of consistently doing his job and getting his impact. We need to see this AWP sing off, and the first shot's not great, and he will die immediately, and it's just going to get worse and worse. So quickly as well.
Yeah, just completely falls apart. That's one of the fastest kills of the game, to be fair, and Molby keeps him coming. There he is.
Give it a go? Question mark?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, he wants it.
That's where? It's unlucky, and he's all the see you later. He's all the way down. Doing a little bit of acrobatics. Not sure if Cirque du Soleil is taking anyone on at this time, but that was a good effort. All the same, paiN will move up to 11 now. Timeout coming in. A lot riding on this, of course, for Hype.
Big timeout. Lose this. I mean, this is make or break, you know, if we're being completely honest. And in the spot that we kind of currently find ourselves in, this one cannot convert. Your money's shattered, paid on match point, and that'll be done, right? I mean, it's been a much more respectable showing, that's for sure, but it's one of those where for us, it's just, it doesn't make a grand difference. Yes, sure, we were able to kind of bring this game a little closer, and you pushed paiN a little bit, but you're still fighting a relegation battle. You're still in a tough spot, and I think it goes without saying for me that for Hype, I think even they'll realize, yeah, you know, for paiN, we had a decent game in map number 2, but in the grand scheme of the season for them, it doesn't make that big of a difference. They want to stay up in ECL. They don't want to go back down towards advanced, and they're really on the precipice of it. Hello.
Oh,
Never
what?
mind. Goodbye.
Looks as, I don't know, just had a little bit of an exclamation mark above his head there. Spidey senses for sure. Snow leading the charge. Goes a bit too deep. Loses his head. This is not a bad-looking retake attempt. Yes, the bomb's not been down yet, but you can see Hypes are just going wild for it. And Beast might be able to thread the needle in. He gets a kill, does some damage, has at the very least, you know, got the shoulders out and pushed them back. So they can't really commit in towards B at this venture. It looks like they will head towards A, and Rainy is ready and waiting. So this is a really nice setup for Hype to be ready for this A hit.
Oh, Lux catches Rainy. Awkward fight. Actually, one that doesn't really benefit Cowards because of the numbers, but Cowards doesn't give a damn. The first thing for me is, what is History doing? Why are we jumping out mid there? I don't know if he tries to be a bit of a human flashbang, but that doesn't feel like the play. He needs to be supporting in that fight. You can't allow Cowards to isolate them as he does excellently. And that'll be match point 12 to 8-4. Match points as well to close out this best of one. Go 2-0 up in the kind of the quote-unquote series, I guess you could call it. And, well, for paiN, deservedly so. You know, map or match one was really, really good. And it took a bit of time to get going here, but they've really come in towards their own on Vertigo. This T-size looks fantastic. No way, Cowards. No way.
What a half this guy's had, eh?
Yeah, well, bottom of the scoreboard in for both teams in the first half, and look at him now, he's flying.
Yep. Really fantastic half. And it looks like it might be over quickly, unfortunately. Hype are going to have to come up with something. That ain't it. The MP9 letting Rainy down. Molby looks to indeed confirm the frag, but in doing so has maybe revealed a few too many. He actually takes another with him. He will be traded by NQZ, but hey, he's really trying to redeem himself for the mess that was that 1v1, unfortunately. I'm not going to let him forget, though. The streets, they never forget things like that, let me tell you. 2 versus 2 ensuing now, though, Neo. This is not over by any stretch.
Street. He has a bit of a tough series and some questionable moves will not clear. I mean, fair play. I don't think many people would. Snow, it's so deep in towards CT, and Leo's not exactly going quiet about it. 1 versus 2. For all the marbles to stay alive. He's got a lot of angles to clear, not a lot of time. The Molotov is perfectly placed. Tap on towards the bomb, and he will find the first as well. He now knows where Snow is. Tap again on towards the bomb, but Snow is not nibbling, not biting, knows he's not on it, knows he doesn't have the gall, the stones to try and pull this one off, and now doesn't have the time. That's going to be the round. That's going to be the game. That's going to be the match. paiN 13-8 and 2-0 in the series as well. Really good display from them, and exactly what you would expect out of a side of that caliber, may I say. Fantastic performance for them in the group stages. And unfortunately for Hype, you know, their time in ECL does look pretty risky, right? You've got Dusty Roots and players sort of below them, but it's tight at the bottom and not, you know, in a bit of a tough spot because, I mean, they got the same points at the moment as Dusty Roots, who are in relegation.